Developers, I wanted to talk really quickly about the installs that you need for this course. Most of this stuff is pretty straightforward, but let me just give you a quick explanation. VS Code is going to be the development environment that we work on. It very much is required. You can't use another development environment simply because the videos are going to be using this development environment. So we want it to kind of be as similar to your machine and what you have set up as possible. I have my development environment set up with the files over on the right-hand side. You might have yours set up on the left-hand side. Everything else is going to be the same. But we also have some extensions that are recommended for you to install when you get to it. So when you get to it, just install all the extensions. Now, the other thing, Chrome browser, I go over it. We want to make sure that we're on the same browser. So again, we don't get disoriented. Zoom is how we're going to be doing our meetings. Anytime we want to get on video conference and you want to do office hours, or maybe it might even be like a really trying time for you when we need to get on and do one-on-one. Some things like that might be possible, might be necessary. Zoom is how we're going to do that. It's one of the more reliable tools to do this in the industry. Finally, WalkaTime. WalkaTime is an extension. It's one of the extensions for VS Code. You need to set up an account over here, and then you need to integrate this with VS Code. Why do we have WalkaTime? Is so that you, yes, we will look at it if we need to, but you want to see how much time you actually are making contact with the keyboard while you're coding. I refer to coding as a team sport, but it's also a contact sport. You need to be making contact with the keyboard. So when you go in and create an account over here, and let me open this up in a new window. You will have created an account somewhere in here. Fantastic. You can see my WalkaTime for the given week. But then you need to come back and you need to make sure you integrate this. Make sure you integrate this tool with VS Code. And here are the instructions. I left the link here. If the content changes, I'm sure they'll update their content. So I'm just putting a link to this content so you can get the instructions from their site, because they're going to have the most updated instructions. This is what walks you through grabbing one of your API keys. This is how your VS Code environment is going to know that it's you and not me, so that when it reports your hours, not mine. So just go through this, and then you'll be ready to go. Okay, you're going to be ready to go with everything you need for your installs, and so that you can track. And this is something that you want to kind of take a look at, how many hours you spend coding. And the better you get at coding, those hours are going to be going up gradually. Even though you're spending, let's say you spend 20 hours on this for the next 6 weeks, every week you're going to notice that your hours they might have started at 5, then they go to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. So it's nice to kind of get that feedback. And so with that, you can go on to the next section.